Hello, I'm Georgie, welcome back to my channel. So happy to have you here and welcome to day 24 of WELLMAS, your wellbeing advent calendar of tips and techniques to help you through the festive period. We've made it, guys. It is Christmas Eve. It is the 24th of December and today we are going to continue some of the work we did on our Winter Solstice video. So that's video 21 and we are going to start thinking about what we want to bring in for 2023, how we can actually go about achieving that. So quite often in the new year we all set intentions. Now intentions are great and intentions are a great starting point, but there's research and studies that show that maybe I think it's like up to 80% of intentions that are made in the new year fall apart, like they don't continue, they get left by the wayside. And one of the main reasons for this is they are vague and they are ambiguous. So for example, maybe the New Year's resolution could be, I want to get healthy in 2023. Okay, well that's fantastic, but firstly, what does that mean? Do you mean you want to improve your diet? Maybe you're quite an active person and for you getting healthy is you want to, you know, make sure that you have some supplements, or you want to focus on your nutrition, or perhaps, you know, you are quite good with your food, but you're not particularly active. So getting fit for you might mean going to the gym or finding an exercise program. Getting healthy for you might mean mentally healthy and incorporating meditation. So hopefully you can understand what I mean when I say that just saying I want to get healthy in 2023 as a resolution is quite vague and therefore open to excuses or just losing focus and finding it difficult to stick with it. So one of the things that we can do is we can set SMART goals. So SMART goals are, or SMART is an acronym. So SMART is S for specific. Get specific. So if we come back to the goal of I want to be healthy in 2023, so maybe that means I want to incorporate weights. I want to get stronger. Okay, so suddenly I want to get healthy has gone to I want to get stronger in 2023. Next one is measurable. So maybe by the end of the year, you want to be lifting a certain amount of weights. I'm thinking maybe, how can you measure your success? Is there a particular weight that you want to lift? If it's something about your diet, perhaps, you know, you want to start making sure you have 3 fruits or vegetables every single day. So the next one is achievable. I mean, if you don't go to the gym ever, you know, I don't really know anything about weights, I'm not going to lie, but don't set yourself that you want to be, you know, you want to be doing a bodybuilding competition by Christmas or by the summer. You know, make sure they're achievable. So it might be even mean dialing it down a little bit from what you secretly truly want, because you might be a bit of an overachiever. Are relevant. Don't choose something arbitrary because you feel like you should do it, or because your peers are doing it, or, you know, choose something that is relevant to you, that you are going to be, that is important to you, that you have an emotional connection with, and that you have the passion to stick with. And then lastly we have T, which is timescale. Give yourself a time scale, a time frame, a timetable, whatever kind of time you want to use. I say giving yourself a deadline will help you to, it gives you something to work towards, because you have, you know, you've suddenly gone from I want to be healthy, which is so vague and just, you know, to suddenly I want to lift X amount of weights. So we've been specific, we've got a measurable sense of success, and I want to, and it's maybe slightly lighter than you secretly want, and you want to achieve that by spring equinox, by spring, summer, autumn, winter. For me, in my goals, I have a mixture. Some of them I plan to achieve quite quickly. Some of them I plan to achieve more longer term, and they're like by the end of the year goals. And I am going to do a few of my goals with you so you can kind of see how I've come about setting my goals for 2023. It can be a working draft because one of the things that they say is really good for helping you stick to goals is to make them visual or visually appealing. I have my bullet planner, and I usually use it for like weekly planning or note taking, and sometimes if I've got a lot going on, I will take my weekly plan and I'll break it down into kind of like a daily plan. I also put a monthly calendar in there as well, so I kind of weeklies and dailies at the front, monthlies at the back, and I will do like my rough draft working out in here, but I might also then make it into a nice page, or this is where a lot of people might find creating vision boards and things like that, you know, turning your mental process into an aesthetic visual product for some people is fantastic for motivation. And if you are doing a vision board, one of the things I've done before when I've made vision boards is I've done them on an app like Canva, where you can create these beautiful collages, but then you can save them on your phone and you can make them like your background on your lock screen. So you've got that constant daily reminder of what it is that you're working towards. So going back to our 21st of December, our video 21, Winter Solstice, we're going to look back at what we said we want our vibe to be for 2023, and I put that at the top of the page. That is my anchor, my grounding point. So for me, I've gone for ease, growth and laughter. So I'm trying to bring in more light-hearted, carefree energy into 2023. The last few years have been really heavy and there's been a lot of personal growth, and this year I'm ready to celebrate the growth that I have made, but I am also wanting to grow. And one of the ways I'm doing that is through my YouTube channel. I have been doing yoga since I was 16, so this will be 20 years now that I've been doing yoga on and off, and I love it, and I have wanted to teach yoga maybe for about 10 years. I qualified a few years ago, and I have spent the last few years trying to make that work in the way that I thought it should work. And what I have come to recognize is that I love teaching. I love yoga and wellness, and I love helping people. So this channel for me is a way to take the pressure off the thing that I love, and it is a way for me to connect and have a light-hearted energy and just celebrate my passions and share that with you. So that's my growth part. I really want to grow into this as a yoga teacher, as a wellness practitioner, being able to deliver. And it's also growing my skills because I'm a creative person. I love creating things, and that's another thing that I didn't realize quite how much I would love making these videos, the editing, the putting it all together. So I want to grow my skills in that as well. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. We'll come back to that. Ease, as I said before, there has my main vibe. If I had to pick one, it's going to be ease. And then underneath that, I'm dividing my page into 4. Now, some people you can do as many as you want, basically. This is no right or wrong way of doing this. This is how I do it. My 4 subheadings are personal growth, well-being, family, home and relationships, and my professional life. Other ones that you could have, it could be fun activities, you could have just relationships on their own, you could have finances, you can have personal growth on its own, you can have family on its own, home on its own, work, skills. It could be different skills that you want to learn. It could be your health, different ways that you want to improve your health. And then underneath these subheadings, just get out words or phrases that you might want to develop or create goals around. So if we look at my professional goals, because I don't mind sharing those with you, You can see they're quite vague to begin with. So grow my Instagram account, grow my YouTube channel, be more organised, cut back on my overtime. I love overtime at the moment, which means that obviously everything that I've committed myself to here has fallen away, which is why there's been I think 3 videos I've missed. I've missed 3 days because I just haven't been able to balance work, life and my hobby all together. And then bring the creativity and the bits that I love back into my work, so make my job more creative. Now you can put as many of these as you like, and you can work on all of them if you choose to. You know, this initial stage is just about getting out all of your ideas, all your thoughts, all your feelings, and then we will then refine them. We just focus purely on my hobby as like YouTube and Instagram, and sharing yoga, meditation, wellness with everybody as my goals. So I've gone for grow Instagram, grow YouTube, and start a newsletter. So these are my 3 goals, my 3 professional goals for 2023. Now, they are quite vague. Yeah, they're more intentions, like grow Instagram, grow YouTube, start a newsletter. I mean, start a newsletter is a little bit more specific, but the other 2 are really vague. We need to start applying the SMART acronym to these ideas. So my goal for 2022 was to get up to 1,000 subscribers on Instagram. And I'm finishing the year, I got up to nearly 2,000. I'm finishing the year on 1,500. My specific is Instagram. My measurable is 3,000 followers. My achievable is, it is double, but I don't think it is unachievable because it's still such a small number. It's relevant because obviously I use it to share lots about yoga and well-being, and I connect it to here, my YouTube channel. So it's really important to me. And my timescale for that is the end of the year. You know, I'm not trying to rush that. I've got an entire year to make that happen. So what I will then do with this goal is I will then think about how I'm actually going to go about achieving that. Break that down into more goals. So for example, by the spring equinox, I want to have done some research into an effective strategy. By the summer solstice, I want to be posting 3 reels a week consistently, and then thinking about like the organization thing that I had already mentioned in that goal, just planning it out. So planning, consistency and some research, and do most of that and have that in place ready by the spring equinox, so that from the spring equinox to the winter solstice, I've got all of that time, like 3/4 of the year, to actually start implementing these things and hopefully growing. Similar for my YouTube account, I want to continue developing my skills. So by the spring equinox, I want to have perfected a certain set of skills that I'm working on. And then by the summer solstice, I want to make sure that I have stuck to my once a week upload schedule, and then maybe in summer solstice I can look at increasing that, but I want to have that consistency, and consistency is really key for me at this part. And then lastly, my newsletter. So I would like to start doing a newsletter, but obviously I need a mailing list. So again, consistency. By the spring equinox, my target is to have researched into the best one for delivering it, and come up with kind of a design and a format and have all of that, and also kind of work out the schedule of what I'm going to talk about. So it's all prepared and it's all planned, and then also doing research into ways to grow it. By the summer solstice, I want to have created something that can be a freebie to attract people into joining the mailing list. And then by the winter solstice, so from summer to December, I want to have sent out a monthly newsletter every month. So those are 3 intentions that I have used SMART goals to apply to create a specific, measurable, attainable, timescale relevant I can tick it off like a to-do list. And then underneath that, I've created targets that I can then use to inspire, motivate, and also help me plan my weeks and my months going forward. So hopefully that's helped you feel a little bit more organised, a little bit more ready to tackle 2023. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I have a video scheduled, ready to go for New Year's Day. It is a loving kindness meditation. It is a great way to start the new year. It's a beautiful Buddhist meditation. So like and subscribe for those. Also, don't forget to head over to my Instagram account for more kind of daily updates and a little bit of behind the scenes and into my life. And I will see you next time. In the meantime, have a merry, jolly, beautiful Christmas and a blessed new year. Thank you so much for joining me for Wellmas.